Well, hello there, it's Matthew Miller, and yes, I'm going to be talking about the reason why I'm leaving Facebook, and I won't be posting anything from the 1st of October, and you're going to see why. And any further ado, let's just go to what this lady's got to say.
Facebook has announced a radical change to its terms of service. Users have started receiving notifications saying the social media giant will start removing or blocking any content that could expose the company to legal action.
We can also remove or restrict access to your content, services, or information if we determine that doing so is reasonably necessary to avoid or mitigate adverse legal or regulatory impacts to Facebook.
Disturbing new addition to Facebook.
Well, people, you hear that? I'm going to read it out again. Facebook update turn off service. And it says that here, we also can remove or restrict access to your content, service, or information if we determine that doing so is reasonably necessary to avoid or mitigate adverse legal or regulatory impact to Facebook. Wow. Wow. For crying out loud, people. For crying out loud. It's like that. They're updating the internet service so it can protect itself. Really. Really. So let's just continue.
Impacts to Facebook.
Disturbing new addition to Facebook terms of service that could be used to justify online censorship, particularly with governments using restrictive national laws to order social media platforms to censor information critical of the government or monarchy in violation of online freedom.
Wow. You hear that, what she said? That deserving, it says that, well, to justify online censorship with government using restrictive national law to order social media platforms to censor information critical of the government or monarch in the violation of online freedom. Absolutely. Why they call it online freedom? Doesn't sound like online freedom to me.
Facebook's terms of service update translated to plain English. We will remove content not because it is incorrect, misleading, illegal, or spreads dangerous misinformation, but because removing it might help prevent us from getting caught allowing it.
Well, did you hear that? It doesn't have to be anything extreme or anything. If anything that affects Facebook, they'll remove it. For crying out loud, man. For crying out loud. Well, let's just move on then.
Did you see the new Facebook terms of service? Smells like election interference and censorship to me.
Well, you got that right. It does smell like censorship. It's more like censorship than intellectual interference. Well, of course it will probably promote people to not vote for Trump or try to get Joe Biden and on the US election, or here in New Zealand they're going to encourage people to vote for Ardern. Yeah, they will. Yeah. Well, of course, people that's like really says that, well, what Ardern's doing is a good, profound things in New Zealand. That's going to cause remain on Facebook because they know, yeah, because he will like protect the left, of course. That's what Zuckerberg is, protecting the left. So let's just move on.
As you just heard, there's already been a strong negative reaction to the new rules, which take effect on the 1st of October. This all comes despite Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg's repeated pledge not to censor political content.
Pledge not to censor political content. What? That sounds like a bunch of baloney.
We've tried to distinguish ourselves as
Well, just go back a bit. She's got head and south. Let's go back. There we go. Well, people, I do apologise. I have been interrupted, so well, now let's get back to what Zuckerberg's trying to explain. Trying to explain away. So let's go to it.
Content.
We've tried to distinguish ourselves as probably being one of the tech companies that is the most protective of giving people a voice and free expression overall.
Yeah, absolutely bullshit. It's an absolute lie. Let's hear what you are saying.
Protective of giving people a voice and free expression. Protective of giving people a voice. The most protective of giving people a voice and free expression overall. Content
is an absolutely lie. We know that people's accounts getting censored and posts getting removed or something. I see it as well. That's an absolutely lie.
Is newsworthy. We also won't take it down even if it would otherwise conflict with some of our standards.
Really, you say you won't take it down? Let's go and hear what you say. Again.
Overall, if content is newsworthy, we also won't take it down even if it would otherwise conflict with some of our standards.
Yeah. It's absolutely bullshit. Absolute lie.
I believe is that in a democracy, it's really important that people can see for themselves what politicians are saying so that they can make their own judgments.
I don't think it's right for a private company to censor politicians or the news in a democracy.
Yeah, you're still promoting why people's posts are getting removed and why some people are getting kicked off Facebook. Why?
It doesn't fit in with Facebook's practices in general, which have been censoring and biased and completely draconian in terms of how they treat content, and it's very prejudicial as well. They have never been really for free speech, and they have now, with Facebook News.
Yeah, they haven't been really for free speech. What? He got that photo I was talking about. He really got that right.
They intend to basically not only control news but own it. You could always say that, that somebody's threatening to sue them for such and such a content. So basically, it is a carte blanche license to remove any content whatsoever without explanation. And the users are now they're a captive audience. It's very hard to move from one social network to another. You have a whole network of friends and followers that you are counting on communicating to, and now they know that. They're a virtual monopoly, so they can basically, they're suggesting they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, people, you hear that. Well, look like with Facebook's Twitter service though, it's more like it, because it's all about protecting itself, so anything that seems to undermine Facebook, the post will actually get removed. It doesn't have to be political or anything though, or news or something. Anything that undermines Facebook, it just gets removed. For crying out loud, no wonder I'm leaving Facebook, people. And to know that, I'll actually put all my social media platform links as well, so you people can contact me as well, or subscribe to me as well. So people, this is all I got to actually say for now. It's Matthew Miller, signing off, over and out.